What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Bourbon of the Week. My name's Chris. I'm going to be your host for today, and happy 4th of July, or as I like to call it, 4th of Ju-RYE, which means we're drinking some rye whiskey today. This is Blackened Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. This is named after 6-time platinum album RYE The Lightning, aka RYE The Lightning, obviously coming to you from Metallica, and I couldn't think of a better way to celebrate America than whiskey and heavy metal. Cheers, y'all. Everybody knows before we get started, time for the traditional sip. Damn, that's good. So here's the deal. I won't keep you long today. We all have things to do, but this bottle right here, I have a lot of questions about it, and I'm hoping you guys can answer it. It doesn't tell me who this is distilled by. Now, it does say right on the back here, a marriage of high and low Kentucky straight rye whiskeys, double finished in Madeira and Rum Casks, but it also says bottled by Sweet Amber Distilling in New York. So it's bottled by them, but it's distilled in Kentucky. I know they've worked with Willet in the past, and I'm sure they're working with them in the future. So I wonder if this is a Willet product. The only Willet product I've had is the Willet 4-year. I haven't had the pot still or anything like that. And that's a rye whiskey as well that I really do enjoy. Other than that, we don't know much about this product. I did read online this is a 5 to 8-year-old rye, and we do know it's double finished in Madeira and Rum Casks because it tells us on the bottle. But other than that, I don't know who distills it. I don't know a mash bill or anything like that. But let's get into it. Let's see how good it is. Let's see if it can live up to American standards here on the 4th of July. Cheers. That is absolutely delicious. So we did one other product in the past, which this actually reminds me a lot of Barrel Seagrass, which had the Madeira finish and the Rum Cask finish. I don't know if it's the same rum cask, but it's interesting to see how similar those two products are. We just did another review where we talked about if you can't find this, and we said Stag Jr., buy this instead. Now, I don't know how easy this is to find anymore. I got this a long time ago. My brother-in-law actually got this for me. But if you couldn't find Barrel Seagrass, this might be a good replacement. I might break it out at the end of the video to see how they compare. But this is giving you all those great notes that you get from the Madeira and the Rum Cask finish. A lot of sweetness on this. Almost an evergreen taste, like an evergreen tree. It literally smells like Christmas. It even has a little bit of like graham cracker, or what are those houses you make? Gingerbread. That's what you get on this. This is Christmas tree and gingerbread. This is Christmas in July, what we're drinking right now. And the big selling point on these blackened bottles is they actually have a proprietary process. That's a very hard thing to say. Proprietary process where they use black noise from the actual Metallica albums to make sure that this touches all the wood that it can during the aging process. I know for this particular bottle, they do it during the finishing process, which is about 2 to 4 weeks. And they use an entire live album to do during this process. Obviously, for this particular bottle, they're using the RYE The Lightning album for this one, and they do it in reverse order because that's how they did it at one of their live events, and that's how they wanted to bring this album to you through this whiskey. Now, the science behind this process, I'm sure it's true, right? If you use these supersonic sounds and you agitate the whiskey in the barrel, it's going to touch more of that barrel than if it just sits there for 10, 12, 15 years, or in this case, 5 to 8 years. But they're only doing this during the process of finishing the whiskey. So does 2 to 14 weeks of playing music during this finishing process actually add anything to it? I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm not going to be one to talk on that. But I will tell you one thing. This is a damn good whiskey, and I enjoy it a lot. It seems like more and more these days that celebrities are getting behind bottles of whiskey or tequila, right? You got The Rock with his tequila. You got Terry Bradshaw with a whiskey. You got Metallica with a whiskey. You got all types of people hopping on the whiskey or tequila bandwagon right now. And I don't know how much they actually influence the process. I know Metallica has a pretty good influence on these bottles right here. But then you talk about like the Terry Bradshaws of the world. Are they just putting out the money to use the names, or are they actually involved in the process? Matthew McConaughey is a big name behind some of the Wild Turkey products. So it's cool to see, especially if you're a fan of those. I know like Two Brothers as well. Two Brothers, what's it called? I actually have a bottle of it. No, it was Brothers Bond. It was those two guys from Twilight or Vampire Diaries, one of those shows. I didn't enjoy it that much. But again, it just seems like a lot of people are getting involved in the whiskey or tequila ride as this hype train's going forward. But this one right here, it's good. I like it a lot. But the one thing I do want to do is, I already mentioned it, I want to compare this to the Barrel Seagrass that I have. Because if you can't find Seagrass and you can find this, this might be a good pickup for replacing that Seagrass. So one thing I never mentioned on this bottle is proof. This only comes in at 90 proof. I will tell you it drinks a little bit hot for 90 proof. Again, I don't know the mash bill, so I don't know what kind of rye is going into this. Could be a 95.5 rye. I'm not too sure. But to compare this to the barrel seagrass coming in at like what, 119 proof, 119.12 proof. Let's see how these two compare because I'm very interested. When I first took a sip of this, I thought barrel seagrass. So let's see how they compare. Yeah, it doesn't taste like that at all. I absolutely apologize for even bringing that reference into this. You get a lot more apricot on this. This is a lot sweeter. That 120 proof doesn't even hit the palate. And this is 90 proof. Drinks a little bit hot, but still delicious. Gives you a lot more of those traditional rye flavors, those evergreens, those spices, and everything like that. Still delicious. I absolutely love this bottle. I would pick up another one if I had the opportunity, but that's where we're going to leave you for today on the 4th of Ju-RYE. But listen, that's where I'm going to leave you for today. Make sure you check me out on Instagram at Bourbon of the Week. Go click that follow button over there. You're not doing anything after you watch this video. Make sure you click that like. Make sure you click that subscribe button. If you want to help support the channel out financially, check us out on Patreon. That link is in the description below. And if you want to come chat with us 24/7, as well in that description below is our Discord link. Come chat with us on Discord. Please don't drink and drive. Always drink responsibly and stay healthy, stay happy, stay drinking. Cheers, y'all. Christmas.